Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. There's a Kara, there's a Miss, there's a Jib, there's a Christy, there's a Bear, there's many friends. How are we doing? Already want to play a Final Fantasy game. That's good. Well, tough, because we're drawing one. How are we all doing? Are we good? We're having a good Wednesday. Let's hop on over. Da-da-da-da-da-da! It beginneth. Finally. We've only been talking about this for 5 months. Good. Lots of people have made lots of good things today. It's been a very good couple of days for art, for friends. Slept a bit after your little fever dream thing this morning. Oh no. To your son, he was put in the bin where he belongs. Yeah, I kind of imagined, like, at a funeral, he'd be, like, in the like, either standing in a coffin or, like, 1 foot in, but both feet in an urn or something like that. Let's put music on, because I have made music for the background. I don't know what volume to put it at, because it's probably all mastered weird. Oh, it's not mastered. So we'll work it out as we go. Okay, we've got a soft one to start with, so that's good. Posted a TikTok that's doing well. Nice. There's a 5 ads you'll finally hear. Oh god. The ad monsters have returned. My word. Fine, you meant the silly tale from the Borderlands. Oh, right, that. Yeah, okay, cool. It was good. It was, the only thing that was missing was a moustache. He pays his final respects to the person in the coffin, and then he's pushed in and the lid is slammed shut. No moustache. I know there wasn't, that's my complaint. Cool, right. Explanation. Is the music good volume? Let me know about music, because I don't know. Suddenly, I kind of realised that a lot of the music in this is quite... it's not all calm, but quite a lot of it's sort of laid back a little bit. And then there's just one track in there which is chase music, so that's going to come up at some point. Well, that's good, yeah. Nice when a post does well, it's so rare. Oh, I remember those days.
The music is really good. My compliments to the chef.
Oh, we'll get to the chef. Not today. Probably in like 8 weeks. But we'll get to the chef. I've done their theme. Cool. I did it on stream a couple of weeks ago. Anyway. Yes, so we are doing the Final Fantasy IX Drawthrough. This is a continuation of something that we've been doing for about 4.5 years now. Even though the last 5 months we haven't had one. So what we're going to do is I'm going to attempt to... oh, I forgot about this bit. I added this the other day. Let's turn it down a tad. Just a smidge. There we go. We're going to attempt to draw through, as the name suggests, the entirety of Final Fantasy IX from memory. I'm not allowed to look at references of characters or bosses or events or anything. I'm playing through this as we do this, but I'm not. I'm going to try and do it a decent amount in advance so that I'm not just recounting exactly what I played yesterday. Because I haven't actually played it for a few weeks. But anyway, point being. So yeah, I'm going to try and draw as much as we can. Anything that we can't work out or we can't remember usually goes on the pile of let's make it real silly. Hence, the very first one of these we did, which was Final Fantasy VII, 95% of the cast of the game were called Jesse. Because you guys all name characters. So I gave chat control of naming the characters in the game you can name, and then chat decided that they're actually going to name every character. So that's a tradition now. But yeah, if anything's not clear, I don't know what to say. I think I've explained it all. It's pretty straightforward. We're just going to draw the whole thing. It's going to take bloody ages, but we'll do it. That's going to be our Wednesdays for the next 4 or 5 months. Main character was Sonic, so we started out great. He had spiky hair. Yes, his magnificent horn. I forgot about the horn, yes. We had Sonic in Final Fantasy VII and Simon in Final Fantasy VIII. Because he spoke entirely in ellipses. Sonic, Beef, Mini Beef, Lean Beef, a couple of others you're struggling to think of, and then lots of Jesse. My favourite, there was Jessiroth, and the Mystery Ninja, Mystery Ninjesse. They were my favourites. Yeah. Sorry, we're recounting past glories, but still remains the fact that there's this to do. Also, as I was drawing this, I remembered that the logo for this game is a big old crystal. And that is in reference to the fact that this game is sort of an homage to the Final Fantasy series as a whole. It was the last hurrah for actual fantasy before they just went full-blown anime. I mean, they did that with 8, but this was the last time we're going, okay, let's actually have fantasy. Sort of classic fantasy. And as a consequence, crystals, big theme in the whole series, lots of crystals. So they're like, let's put a crystal front and center. As it happens, I have no idea what this crystal is in the game. So, just so you know, don't get your hopes up that there's a really cool crystal in it, because there isn't. But it's the logo of the game, so who am I to argue? I think it might be some islands later on that are made of crystal. Well, it doesn't matter. Anyway, are we all ready? Is there enough procrastinating? Do we have to carry on now? And by carry on, I mean begin. Get ready to get a lot of names, because we're going to meet a lot of characters at the start of this game. First 2 streams, going to be all characters. Chat, what? Let people into chat. Rude robot. First you don't let people talk about blackguards. Now you're not letting people talk at all. You're in. Hi, miss. You've been having fun. Right, let's draw. So we begin, as all good tales begin, at sea. Big old stormy sea. Very stormy. Dark storm clouds. Big old waves splashing around everywhere. Thunder, lightning, all these sorts of things. Hang on, we could probably do a better job of clouds than that. Do something like this, and then like... Big old stormy weather. He's spayed. It's not good. Don't go in to see it this time. He doesn't row. Oh my god, it is the same opening, isn't it? Funnily enough, no one is rowing. You could just see chat through the bottom of the screen and nothing where you need it. Oh, yeah. Well, that's why we have chat on screen, I guess. Bubba boy, hello, Scaring the Crow. Welcome to me attempting to recount the entire game of Final Fantasy IX. How are you doing? So yeah, we're at sea, and there's a little raft that's getting knocked around. Got this makeshift little crummy raft with a sail that looks like it's about to break. Do you remember the beginning of Raft? It's like that. And there's a few barrels like keeping it afloat strapped to it. And they're all breaking off in the storm. It's a bad time. You don't want to be on this raft. Luckily, no one's on this raft, except the 2 people who are on this raft. You like stumps? Nice. Reach for the shiny hands in the sky. There are no hands in the sky. There may be some other things in the sky, but don't worry about that. Like storms as long as it doesn't flood. It did yesterday where you live. Had to drive through it, you were a delivery driver. Oh no. That's not a great combination of things. Yes, and there are 2 figures, 2 cloaked figures. Clinging on for dear life. Trying desperately not to fall off the raft. Just splashing around. Yeah. Let's do some of my classic draw-through animations. Amazing, I'm sure you'll agree. Should have sailed. You have a kayak. Ah, delivery kayak. That sounds great. Classic draw-through animations ever since old Omni Slash. Crisploosh. That's the Wind Waker. Anyway, eventually, this spins and crashes and sails close enough to us that we can actually see the faces of these people. Which I'm going to draw. It doesn't particularly... I don't know why I'm drawing them, but I'm going to draw them because I guess it's important. We sort of see them through flashes of lightning. So they're like hooded and there's like darkness under the hood, but the flashes of lightning allow us to see two very scared faces. Here is one very scared face. Clinging on for dear life. We then get a flash of another one. This one, considerably smaller than the first. There's another way of saying it's a child. Although in a fantasy world, I guess that's no guarantee. Quite a lot of disparity of heights between various races. Gonna draw in high-res ultra-realism. Yes, this entire series is gonna be photorealistic. We know how we draw children on these draw-throughs. Big eyes. Yeah, that's where the mini beef emote comes from, by the way. Me attempting to draw a child on a draw-through. Marlene. No, mini beef. Beef's child. Adopted. Spoilers? I guess now that they're re-releasing a Final Fantasy VII, I guess spoilers. Doesn't feel right to actually say her name after that draw through. She's mini beef. Anyway, we get that flash on the face of the adult who's not having a grand old time, and then we get the flash on the face of the child who's also having not a grand old time. And as soon as that flash happens, boom, someone wakes up, and they're dressed in fancy regal garb. I did this very quickly before the stream, as you can tell, but I wanted to emphasize the flash that happens very quickly. And she wakes up and she's in this very palatial room with nicely decorated things, and wearing very nice clothes. So, what? Who? What?
Gasp.
Hi, Duck! Gasp! Zolder! It's Zolder! It's not Zolder, for she has dark hair. Let me straighten that. It doesn't help that the color gradient I have on this makes it look blonde. It's not. Perfect, there we go. Yeah, so she wakes up. Ah, bad dream. Ah, not good times. And wind is blowing through the window. And she goes to the window, which I'm not going to bother drawing. But she looks outside and the birds are singing and flapping and flying in the air and having a grand old time. And she looks wistfully at the birds flying. Wind! What's going on? Where's Monkey Boy? We're not there yet. We will be in like 5 minutes. Hilda from A Link Between Worlds. Maybe. I can't prove not. Goose. Yes, the birds are flying free, and she looks up at the birds and is like, oh, birds. That's her name. It's been a while. It could be her name. I don't control her name. It's fun. It's not fun bird. It's not fun bird. It's a bird. But as she's looking up, she sees a big ol' airship flying into view. Excuse me, birds. I will now draw the prow of the airship, because I can't be bothered to draw the rest of it. I will have to draw the rest of it eventually, but not now. See if I can remember what it looks like. Like these sort of big old fan things on the side, and then there's like a mermaid at the front. And this is the music that plays. It's a very jolly start. Pretty sure it's a mermaid on the front. It's a bit weird for an airship now I think about it, but there we are. Zelda with purple hair. Yes! Welcome to A Link Between Worlds. We do not talk about Funbird. Oh, but we do. Did I mention that I found a really, really old piece of paper with a bunch of ideas for drawings on it, and one of those drawings was Chibi riding Funbird. Because I know you like them so much. It's a Sky Maid. Let's see. There we are. You guys got the right idea. Just remember all the Chocobo stuff in this game. Yeah, Chocobo Hot and Cold. Also, I'm glad you remembered that, because this is the Chocobo theme. This is mine. My Chocobo theme. Played with a ukulele for some reason in this game. I say for some reason. There's a lot of... I believe the production team who made this went to Hawaii to do it. Anyway, a big old ship flies into view. Got like propellers and all sorts. I think there might be a balloon underneath it. I don't know. They swim through the air as penguins fly through the water. Exactly. Lots of fun bird opportunities. Is there any point you need a chocobo? I don't think there is. So we may not draw one. Well, there is one in the game though. There is one in the story. We'll get to that. And by we'll get to that, I mean, hey, is that the first we'll get to that? The catchphrase of Drawthroughs. So yeah, big old theatre ship flies through the air. She looks up at it wistfully, like she did with the birds. And we go into it. We zoom in, look at all the fine detail on the ship, which I'm not going to draw. And we go in and we look at a pole that is for some reason in the ship. We'll get to it. Because in a cramped airship, stairs are not good enough. And down the pole slides a character. You are now welcome to name. Because in the next drawing, someone will ask their name and they will reply. It does look like he's pole dancing, that is not the intention. Although it might be, who knows. Okay, question. I'm looking at some references earlier to do the doodle for the opening. For the... Hang on. That doodle. Has he got a ponytail? I've never really noticed before. I'm not. A lot of the shots are obviously from the front, but a lot of fan art gives him a pony. He does have a. Okay, he has a ponytail. Okay. When in doubt, that's another thing I forgot. When in doubt, ponytail. Ooh, okay, ponytail, good stuff. That's another rule of the draw-throughs. When in doubt, ponytail. Also have cuffs, despite the fact that he doesn't have sleeves. A bit weird. I also forgot the thing about draw-throughs is everybody's talking about things, and I can't see because I'm drawing. As if he wouldn't pole dance on that pole for funsies. Oh, we absolutely would. This is the sort of character who would definitely pole dance. We are well beyond the realms of Simon now. This guy's up for anything. And then he goes for a door, and that's the end of the opening cutscene. Oh yeah, tail. Forgot. Thank you for reminding me. There's a little monkey tail. Got a ponytail and a monkey tail. Yeah. Bracelet cuffs, exactly. Is this Tails from Sonic? We're gonna call him Tails. He'll pole dance with his tail too. I mean, he does a lot of hanging things, hanging from things with his tail, so don't see why not. If you got an extra limb like that, you're gonna use it. You can't really see the ponytail on his model. Yeah, it was the PlayStation 1. You know, we're still the last Final Fantasy on the PlayStation 1. This is the end of our... The Final Fantasy draw-throughs we've done have been the PlayStation 1 Final Fantasies. The next one would be 10, which was on the PS2. Slut is an S name. It is. It's not. Simeon? Yeah. Don't get the joke with Simeon? Simeon is a pun on Simeon. I hope that helps. Simeon with an A to mean monkey. I believe it's with an A, isn't it? Simeon? But it is also quite close to Simon, but not the way we spelt it. Sorry, my explanation didn't really help because Simeon with an A is that. Isn't it with an A? Hang on. Yeah, Simeon with an A. S-I-M-I-A-N. Relating to, characteristic of, or resembling a monkey or an ape. There you go. If your name's Simeon, you're a monkey. Monkeys and apes. Anyway, he swishes down a pole and then walks through a door. Now we can start doing it right. Okay, he walks into a room. There's a little table in the middle of the room. It's very dark, but there's a candle there. And he lights the candle. Glad you asked, you never would have gone. That's fine. Never judge somebody for, you know, not knowing scientific terminology that isn't in their primary language. Gets a match, lights the candle. And then there's a bang at the door and it says, "Who's in there?" And it says his name. Are we going with Simeon? We're going Simeon, middle name slut. The hair is going to be an issue. I'm not entirely sure what's going on with the hair of this character. Simeon, middle name Slut. Yes. Or is that the full name? Are the middle names middle name? How do hands work? I said I would do this in a kind of chibi, not chibi, but chibi style. But I'm not. So... Simeon MN Slut. Yeah. It's anime hair. Is it anime hair? I guess it's something. It's just a big old side parting that gets bigger the further back it goes. Start draw through saying I'm gonna do them in chibi, but not chibi style. Yeah, I know, but I'll try. This game has a lot of cutscene, so in fact, this game has so much cutscene it has cutscenes in cutscenes. You get to decide to see optional cutscenes in this game, which is a good system. I like it, but makes my life difficult. Okay, I'll be going with Simeon MN Slut. He's an actor, he's allowed to be a bit slutty. Well, yeah. There's anime hair because it retains its shape but is upside down. That is true, but that's also a limitation of the PlayStation 1. So. Oh, the little system here. Simeon MN Slut. Done. No, it just stays so it is written. Fine. And the people banging on the door, they open it up and they come rushing through as well. So I hope you've got 3 more names ready. And here's their theme. Prick Brackenbunga. Sound like scamps. I'm not. So, okay, how do we... I like the idea that they just sort of burst through the door. But I do have to remember what they look like, so that's the thing. We'll start with, I guess, the most distinguished looking one. Distinguished? The one that you can easily discern as being unique, because... Is he wearing a pot on his head? I don't know what this is. Looks a bit like a Muppet. Wearing a pot on his head now. I always think of him as the ship's chef. I don't know if that's correct. In my head. Not sure if that's accurate. It might be now. Anything I'm missing? It's got the beard. Alexander the First. I meant you should have like big ears, big nose. What's he wearing? I have no idea what he's wearing. I'm gonna give him like a... I don't think he's wearing a huge amount. So I'm gonna give him like a vest. Oh, and here's their suspense music. Which plays in the next scene. I'm too slow. And big shoes, as usual. Over here we have Bandanaman. That is Bananaman. I guess this is also by naming this character, you'll also be technically naming someone else. But that's incidental. Banana Min. That can be his name, Banana Min. What's he wearing? I don't know. Probably should have paid attention to the outfits when I was playing. Something like that? No, it's like that. He's got Tiefs. Alexander the First and Banana Min. Also, hang on. Better. This guy's actually wearing clothes. And then at the back, standing taller than the rest for the purposes of framing, we have someone who wears a belt on their head. And who may or may not also have an October situation going on. And the one thing I did notice during this playthrough with regards to clothes is that this character is wearing almost nothing. So I'm glad they're at the back. Might be wearing a belt across the chest as well. Definitely wearing a belt around the waist and like loincloth sort of thing. But that's it. I should point out this nose is like bright red, bordering on clown. New Toba. March. They're actors. They were or don't. Oh, they wear or don't wear weird stuff. Yeah, it's part of the gimmick. I believe he's wearing shoes though. But that's... Everyone wears big old boots in this world. Right. So we have Alexander the First. A reference to our Elden Ring playthrough. Banana Min. See some arrows. And March. Cool. Now, I can't remember the conversation that happens there. It's very brief. I think they just burst in and say, hey, were you sleeping in? Probably. And then another door opens. This is up a set of stairs, just up here. And through comes and jumps another figure. You're regretting this yet? No, it's fine. Who I also probably should have paid attention to the outfit of, but the one thing I do know. Is they got a big old dragon head. And thus the first boss fight of the game begins. We're right in there. You light a candle and then a boss fight happens. Not a massive sock, there's a big old dragon head. And it goes rawr. And it's definitely a real dragon head, don't worry about it. We're not at the forest yet, calm down. We've got like 3 streams before we get there. Mum made it for them and they won't take it off. That's why you don't like candles, exactly. It's the whole thing. I did look at the outfit of this character and I completely forgotten it. So I remember it didn't fit very well. So we're going to go with that. Big old belt buckles, classic. I did have an idea of what this body was doing, and then I started drawing. Is he carrying a sword? I think he's carrying a sword. Yeah, carrying a sword now. If it's pretty detailed, considering it's a PS1 game, it's really hard to remember everything. It's just like in the PS1 game, particularly when you're a kid, you're playing it on a CRT, you can barely see anything. And they're quite detailed textures in this game for a PS1 game. So there's a lot of stuff just going to get lost. Also, I have a terrible memory. But that's, you know, incidental. So the first boss fight begins. It's not, I guess it doesn't actually play boss fight music, but it's a one-off battle, so it's basically a boss. Rawr. You can steal a good dagger from this boss. Speedruns of Final Fantasy IX begin with trying to steal the dagger, and if you don't do it in a number of attempts, you reset. And you can't skip the opening cutscene. Good time. Gunblade? No gunblades in this. No guns, I believe. We're back in the realms of fantasy, where guns do not exist. I mean, cannons do. We'll get to that. Fantasy? Yes. You're particularly enthusiastic about tool-assisted speedrunning. fantasy in my Final Fantasy game. As I say, this was the last hurrah for actual fantasy. It's all anime from here. Cool. Well, you fight this. I believe it's called Masked Man. The surprises if it jumps. And then at the end of the fight, the head splits off into two. Breaks. And you're left with the head of another character whose head I should probably remember. Wearing goggles, if I remember correctly. Oh, it's actually no, wearing like a pilot helmet. Also has a ponytail. Also beard and big nose. Looking a bit like Sid. This isn't Sid. No, not big nose. Pig nose. One letter away. This is not something we've had to deal with in the Final Fantasy games here, the draw through so far, is the fact that every character could just be of a completely different species. He's like, hey guys, stop hitting my head. What did I ever do to you? Got a long beard than that. Actually, hang on, does he got a little... And like big ears or something? Oh, my memory is failing me here. I just got is his hair braided? I don't know. There's a bunch of stuff going on with this character. They're a whole thing. And they need a name. Because this is the boss of the airship. And these guys. And he runs a tight ship and occasionally feels the need to challenge his crew by fighting them with a big sword. It's like a character we've seen in a Sonic or Mario game. There's a lot of fun designs in this game, and I will forget how they all look. There's a big goblin. He got a bit of a goblin vibe. Just a big goblin. Thinking about it, there's only like 2 party members that are the same species in this game. 3? No, hang on. There's 3 of those, 2 of those. No, it would be 2 of those and 2 of those. Huh, that's fun to think about. Most of the species we see aren't named. Yeah, they just exist, and that's one of the guiding foundations of Avonvale, which I envisioned while I was playing Final Fantasy IX. It was just the fact that species, yeah, doesn't matter. You're just you. You can. Durgan, Captain Porcus, Captain Durgan Porcus. Going with Captain Durgan Porcus. Bigger beard than that. Oh, his beard's pink. Should specify that. His hair's pink. Hair and beard. Very colourful character in multiple ways. Shirt still doesn't fit. Captain Durgan Porcus. So we have Simeon M.N. Slut, commanded by Captain Durgan Porcus with colleagues Alexander I, March, and Banana Min. We're well on our way. It's the most important knowledge. There's a lot of yeah, the good designs of just random characters in this game. Again, inspired Avonvale. Oh, I finished this one yesterday. This is FF9, all right. We're doing great. I guess you could also name their group. They are a group. And they're going to have a little briefing right now. They're going to get into a room. They're going to have a briefing. That has a little miniature of a castle. This is the castle that we're going towards. I'm not going to draw it in full, so I'll just draw it in miniature. Do better than that. It's the noobs! Hello! How you doing? I should specify that this castle has just like a massive sword sticking out of it for some reason. Just there. Anyway, this is a miniature. It's taller than that, but for the purposes of scene framing. How is the noobs? Is the noobs doing great? Fantastic. Sure, we're a bit tired. Hopefully we'll perk you up with this fast-paced drawing. Which is definitely accurate. Are you familiar with Final Fantasy IX? If not, I can do a recap, because we've got it bang on so far. Stressed from adult stuff that need brain power. Oh, bloody hell. Don't want any of that. That's nonsense. Get rid of it. Throw it away. Throw it out the window. I'm gonna look at a picture of this character afterwards and go, oh, that's what he looks like. You know, I haven't played any of the Final Fantasies. Okay, very quick recap. So far, for those who are just joining us, we began with the Drawthrough. We began at sea. There's a huge storm, waves crashing everywhere. There's a raft. There are two people on the raft. They're not having a good time. There's an adult and a child. We zoom in on the face of a child, and all of a sudden, someone wakes up. It's somebody, a royal person in a castle, and like, oh, I was having a bad dream. They look out the window wistfully at some birds, and an airship flies into view. Inside the airship, somebody pole dances. They then go and light a candle, and we discover that their name is Simeon M.N. Slut. A group of their friends burst in, Alexander the First, March, and Bananaman, and they say, hey, how you doing? You alright? You having a good time? And then a dragon bursts in and attacks them. Turns out that dragon is actually their boss, Captain Durgan Porcus. And they all gather around into a room to have a little briefing as to what's happening as they're approaching the castle in their airship. And that's what we're doing now. That took us an hour. Be honest, let me guess, you didn't get any of that? Got about half of it. It's fine. Because it's about to be recontextualized anyway. What else is going on with this character? I got a hat? I don't know. Doesn't matter. Yeah, the protagonist is called Simeon M. Ensler. The MN stands for middle name. The brain truly is fried. No worries. Welcome to the team. Mentally recovering from a full day with nieces. Oh, why didn't you say? I wouldn't even have attempted to explain things. Get that good recovery. There's something missing from this character. I don't know what it is. Anyway. So, he's got a couple of little dolls and he's explaining things. He's explaining that the group is called something. I don't know what. Are we going to go with the name in the game? I guess I can't. We shouldn't rename everything. Their group is Tantalus. That's the name of their little... Exciting! This is the one piece of music in the game that's exciting. Yes, so they're a group called Tantalus, and they are going in a theatre ship to the castle to perform a play. The play is I Want to Be Your Canary. Tinnitus and Tantalus. So yes, they are going to perform a play for the royal family of Alexandria. Which is the name of the city, or the town. City, I guess. Castle. Yeah, like the Roman myth, exactly. There's a lot of references to myths and Shakespeare and old literature and stuff in this game, so keep an eye out. I say keep an eye out, most of it's going to be renamed. But yes, Tantalus. So they are Tantalus, they are there to perform a classic play by... What was the name of the playwright? It's basically Shakespeare, but... got a different name in this, doesn't matter. Oh, Lord Avon, I believe. Just remember that because it's like Avonvale. Coincidence, but nice. Anyway. So yeah, they're going to perform this play, but they are not actually there to perform a play. No, the play is merely a diversionary tactic because their actual goal is to kidnap the princess. Oh yes. That is setup. Boom. We're here to kidnap a princess. Good news, everybody. I guess they can be named now? Do you want to name the queen and the princess? This is the queen. And this is the princess. Why? Good question. Because they've been hired to. Queen looks cute. Then I've drawn her badly. I don't normally recommend looking up things while I'm doing the draw through, but there's an artist for Final Fantasy called Yoshitaka Amano, and he does a lot of the sort of very early concept art. And he's got this very specific style, which is all flowy and watercolory, and it's not my kind of thing. I don't really like his art, but I can definitely respect it and appreciate it. But if there is one piece of art that I absolutely love by him, it is the art of this queen character. It is the best thing he's ever done. So if you want to look up Final Fantasy IX Queen Yoshitaka Amano, you'll get the best thing. And you'll also be able to see what I'm missing, because there's definitely something else in my head about how this character looks, and I don't know what it is. Very important. Vaguely reminds you of Hilda from Hey Arnold. Oh yeah, a bit. It's got the hair tufts either side. Yeah. Helga, not Hilda. Haven't thought about Hey Arnold for decades. So yeah, do we want names for the princess and the queen, even though we haven't seen either of them? Well, spoilers, we've seen the princess. You never watched the show? Well, then it's perfectly okay to not know the name. Princess Zolrda. And Queen Helga. I'll go with Queen Helga, that kind of fits. We're going Princess Zolrda? Zolrda? I'm glad you've given her a easy to say name. That I'm sure I won't have to say very much at all during this. Please pronounce it differently every single time. Can do. Actually, we do have an out on this, but it's going to take a while. Princess Zoldo. Princess Z or Z? Even that is imprecise. Cool, okay, so the aim of Tantalus is to perform a play during which they will kidnap the princess, because they've been told to, they've been hired. Princess. Princess. Yeah, and then end scene. Cue cutscene of airship flying over the town of Alexandria, because there's a town surrounding the castle. During which you get the titles. It goes da 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 da, Final Fantasy 9. But one of the people that it flies over Of course, I decided to do it at the actual angle in the cutscene. Clever idea, of course. It's the character. Oh, yes. I decided to attempt at the same angle.
Squimch them.
Squimch. They deserve a squimch. And this is the character who we now control. We've changed perspective. No longer are we in control of Tantalus. We are now in control of this friend. Could be the baby. What's Tantalus? No, nothing. Ignore. Tantalus is the name of the group on the airship. The people who are doing the acting and the stealing. Anyway, I had to step away for a moment so you missed that. No worries. Vivi! Vivi can keep their name. They're special. Oh, they are... They're going in a special class with Jessie. As the only characters to retain their actual name. Baby Vivi. BB Vivi. Should stop drawing this so we can actually do something. But yeah, what do they look like? What are they wearing? Drawing Vivi impeccably. Look, again, I had to draw. I did that drawing there earlier, and I also realized that I did that wrong, and I had a collar that comes back down, so that stuck in my brain as it just goes up, wrap around the face. It's a good design, right? Vivi's good. Also, I did my absolute best when designing Hercule. The music has ended. We have done an hour of music. Let's try again. No, not that. Yes, I also tried my best when designing Hercule for Avonvale to not make it a Vivi ripoff. So I'm familiar with the things that I didn't want it to be. It's still quite a lot like a Vivi ripoff, but it's fine, don't worry. Anyway, Vivi. Baby Vivi. And they are cute and good, and I will hear nothing to the contrary. Anyway, they're on their way. They're plodding along the streets of Alexandria, having just arrived. Give them a knife as a treat. No! Yeah, they're just walking along, happily minding their own business, when somebody barges into them. Smack. Making me want to replay FF9. Hooray! It's a busy city. There are a lot of people. Vivi's not used to this. Lots of people around. Hustle and bustle. I remember what this character looks like as well. This is a character I have never drawn before, so that's gonna be fun. I mean, they're just a stranger that it bumps into. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Is that a rat? There's a little rat boy. Little rat boy speeding through the city and then boof straight into Vivi. And Vivi's bits and bobs go flying. Lots of little bits of paper and such. An extreme twist of the torso there, but that's alright, they're a rat. Rats are good at that sort of stuff, I guess. Bonk! Things go flying, and the rat goes, "Alright, watch where you're going," and then runs off. Meanwhile, a little girl comes along and picks up the pieces of paper and goes, "Here you go." And Vivi says thank you, because he's good. But the girl remarks that one of those pieces of paper is a ticket. It's a ticket to go and see the play that's happening. Admit one. He's like, "Oh, I hope you enjoyed the play, friend." Vivi's like, "Thank you." And then it walks off. End scene. Continue scene. Vivi can explore Alexandria for a little bit. But the next significant thing that happens in the story is that Vivi goes to hand in the ticket. To go and see the play, what they want to go see. Better be a good play, kidnapping the princess or not, they better commit to that play. They do. They're actors. Then we have the ticket person, who I think is a dog. Off the top of my head. Probably also wearing a fun hat. Most people are in this game. I'm gonna give you a big old repeat thing. This is not what they look like, but they're not a recurring character, so it's fine. No, it's just that. Professionals, of course they commit to the bed. Exactly. One of your favourite parts of the game is that play, especially one part of it. Well, I'm not going to confess I'm going to do a great job outlining the events of the play. But that's alright. That'll probably be next week at this rate. Yes, and he hands over the ticket and goes, "I've got the ticket to see play." Vivi speaks much better than that. And the ticket holder goes, oh, whoops, I've seen a lot of these today. It's a fake. That's a counterfeit. It says I want to be your crow, not I want to be your canary. And Vivi is very sad. There's a whole jingle about how sad he is. There's like a specific sound effect that only plays at that point of the game. This is just to emphasize how sad Vivi is. It's like, oh, I wanted to see it play. There's been sold a counterfeit ticket. I reckon the girl stole it. The little girl who helped him up, I reckon the girl stole it and swapped it for a counterfeit. I have no evidence of this. But that's my theory. Vivi, be sad. Already, we've just started the game. Ah, there's an M to cheer him up. Kill the girl. Slightly extreme. But in order to help cheer him up, because Vivi's only a kid, the person behind the ticket counter gives him a bunch of cards, like little playing cards. You can go around and play cards with people who want to play cards with you. Unfortunately, the card game in this game is arcane. I have no idea how it works. But hey, he gets some playing cards to do things, but he's not going to go see the play. It's a bugger. Damn ticket scalpers, exactly. So he wanders around for a bit. And we come across somebody repairing a sign in an alleyway. Who I think is a mole? I'll set the scene here, why not? I vaguely remember how it looks. Like a sign hanging here off a wall. This is like a little downstairsy bit. And this guy's just like banging the sign with a hammer. I think he's also wearing a bandana for some reason. What do moles look like? Doesn't matter. I might have glasses actually. Do you remember when I said that we're going to draw every major plot point in this game? To what extent I'm going to draw things like this. You have a big head, sir. Here, kid, here's a gun. Hunt down the person who gave you that ticket. They deserve. Don't worry, Vivi can fend for himself. We'll discover that soon. There's like a window there and stuff. Alleyway carries on. Vivi is the gun, exactly. Yes, anyway, we're walking through this alleyway and Vivi does what Vivi does best, which is trips and falls over. Because Vivi's not having a good day. He's also huge. Scoop and hug, precious wee lamb. Need some good hugs. Everybody needs to hug Vivi. Drawthrough's gonna take a while, don't worry. It'll speed up once we're past this section and my memories start to fade. There's a lot of scenes that are just dialogue, but at the start there's a lot of kind of introductory bits and bobs. Anyway, he trips and falls. This breaks the concentration of the sign maker, who gets very cross, and the sign falls over. And he sort of trundles down his ladder. Blah, 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 blah. What'd you do that for? You broke my concentration. Blah, 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 blah. Fixes the sign. And he goes, blah, 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 blah. Right, cool, now that's done. I'm going to go home and do something else. Blah, 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 blah. He wanders off. Murder the sign maker. As this happens, as the guy wanders off, a familiar face returns. Difficult. This hat looks like an acorn is the only real way I can describe it. Little acorn hat. Yeah, and he comes along and he goes, "Hey, you, I remember you. Do you want to help me out? I heard your ticket was a fake, but I know a way to get in to see the play. Do you want to help me? I can do that. Let's do that." And Vivi's like, oh, okay. I could draw him stood up, but it's just like that now. So Rat Boy goes, "Okay, cool. Check that end of the alleyway. Let me know if anyone's coming." That's probably just big old rat feet, right? And a tail. Yeah, it says, "Check that end of the alleyway," and you have a look. And you see, and there's no one there. So you go, "Okay, no one there." It's like, great. And then Rat Boy runs off with the ladder. Like, "Follow me." Dun, 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 dun. So you follow. Well, actually, hang on. I'll give you a choice. Do you want to follow, or do you want to stick around in the alleyway for a bit? Oh, here's my fake Vivi theme. This is just a little side thing you can do. Follow. Good choice, because if you would have stayed in the alley for a bit, somebody called Alleyway Jack would have come up to you and stolen a bunch of your money. That just happens. I don't know why that happens, it does. Cool. So you now follow Rat Boy to a little church. Yeah, I know, right? And then later on, you can have somebody say, hey, I know somebody who can teach you how to play cards. He's called Alleyway Jack. Let's introduce you. And he's like, hey, I know you. I stole your money in an alleyway. Alleyway Jack. Not an important character. Well, not for our purposes anyway. Technically, a very important character, but we won't know that. Not in this. So yes, we go to a little church where the steeple, and inside that steeple is a ladder. Already. You don't even need a ladder. There's already a ladder in it. Some bushes outside. And Rat Boy's there, and he says, hey, go look in there, see whether it's safe to go up the ladder. And Vivi looks up the ladder like this. Like, is it safe? And the answer is sort of, because a Moogle falls on his head. Yeah, not having the best day. Rat Boy finds this funny. Because of course he does. He's a little rat boy. And so starts the quest line. You're always super paranoid about. Exactly, yeah. And so you get to meet a Moogle for the first time in the game. The Moogles are how you save the game, but they also have an additional quest for you, which is that their postal system is buggered. They have a postal system called Mognet, and it's not very good. So this Moogle goes, "Hey, do you mind giving a letter to one of my friends?" And basically the entire game. Every time you get to a save point, you go, do I have a letter for you? Do you have a letter you want to give me to someone else? Why can I only hold 3 letters at a time? But it's a whole thing. So yeah, just bear in mind that through this entire draw-through, we're acting as a makeshift postal system while Mognet is not working. Many letters delivered. Also, another Moogle comes along and says hello. They're also wearing a bandana, because everyone in this game's wearing a bandana, apparently. But they have a big old backpack on as well. Because they are going on a journey. And they may be some time. I guess you can name this Moogle if you want. We will see them a few times throughout the game. Because they're going on a journey at exactly the same time as we're going on a journey, and they happen to find cool things, which are good. And if we help them out, if we give them some supplies along their way, Muffin, good name. Got it in one. So this is Muffin. And they're off on a quest. And then they plod away into the distance. Blip, 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 blip. Anyway, eventually we get up this ladder. We get up onto the rooftops. Whereupon... we attempt to walk over some very rickety wood between the rooftops. Which Ratboy has absolutely no issue with at all, but Vivi is a little trepidatious. Ah. An issue with the color, I see. Alright. Have a little overlay to make nice colors happen when I draw. Freeman! Freeman! Very briefly there was Freeman. He's gone now. But there was Freeman. How dare. It's been a while since we've done draw-throughs. And Freyman always used to be there during the draw-throughs, so... Feeling nostalgic, he was. Actually, do the ears stick up through the hat? No. I don't know. We're back. We're back. I think we're back. We good? Brood of Frimman. Exactly. Yeah, pause and unpause if you... hopefully you don't get ads. Crab Boy has big head. So yes, precariously balancing over the rooftops. Ratboy guides Vivi to the destination, and Ratboy assures everything's fine, everything's perfectly safe. Nothing could possibly go wrong. At which point, one of the boards just collapses underneath Vivi's feet, but he manages to hop over to the other side, so it's fine. Vivi's having a good day. He's having a good, wonderful day. And it's at this point that Ratboy decides to ask Vivi what his name is. So that's nice. At which point he gives his name, which is question mark. By which I mean that's where you come in. His name's not question mark. Unless you want to call him question mark. has gone on an adventure. He just wanted to see her play. It was gonna be fun. He was all brave and came by himself. Although he didn't have much of a choice. More on that later. Alright, question mark. It's the obvious joke, but it checks out. In the actual game, his name is a Shakespeare reference, if I recall. We'll call him Q Mark. The Q stands for Q. Etc. Anyway, they hop over a bunch of rooftops. Until eventually they get to where the rooftops meet the castle walls. And Q puts down his ladder, which bridges the gap between a rooftop and the castle wall. And they scuttle on in and find themselves a place up in the ramparts where they can see the play. I don't know who these are. Just a bunch of posh people. Bunch of posh people sitting in posh seats watching the posh play. And behind... Fun fact, I cheated on this song. Because I actually wrote this for the Final Fantasy VIII draw-through. But it just happened to fit with a piece of music for 9. Called Recycling. How do hats work? Working in a strange perspective here. One thing I did forget about the draw-throughs is this. It's making my wrist itch. Because I'm trying to, whenever I try and draw really, really quickly, I end up drawing really, really hard. There's a bit too much strain on the wrist. Gotta correct that. Slightly lighter touch. Everybody, look after your wrists. Anyway, you get the gist. It might not be, you know... Oh, I moved the background. When did that happen? Should lock this, really. Also, just as an aside, I was trying to think what to do as a background, because usually I have a background that feels appropriate for the draw-through. I did download this, which is the background for the menus if you set it to blue. But then I realized you wouldn't be able to see anything, so I just turned it down. In case you're wondering why it's slightly blue. It's to represent Vivi's mental state after discovering that he has a counterfeit ticket. Also, this is why, just as a minor aside, this is why I've been calling the fake, the knockoff soundtrack that I've been doing, To Be Your Crow. Because that's the name of the play on the counterfeit ticket. My fake soundtrack is the soundtrack to the fake play. It's a very good soundtrack. You've heard it all by now. Does my soundtrack also have the little jingle that plays when Vivi's sad, like you said earlier? I could add it. I could make one. You can do that on Saturday. I've got to finish a piece of music that plays very shortly in the play that is about to start. I haven't finished it yet, and I want to get it done for when we do that bit. So, make a little Vivi jingle for all of Vivi's emotions. Oh no! Emotion jingles. Yeah, I think I'm right in saying that that jingle only plays at that point in the game. It's just a one-time thing just to go, Vivi's sad. Make you feel bad. Stop drawing stitches. Right. Cool. They're there. They're in place. They're ready to watch the play. The play begins. I believe. Unless I've forgotten something. Yeah, play begins. Does the play begin or do we go to the Queen first? The play begins! Da 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 da. Play music starts. Very theatrical. This is not the theatrical music, but we are going to Tantalus, so. We have Goggle Friend, Porcus, Captain Porcus, something, Dargan Porcus, who introduces the play. It says, ladies and gentlemen, peoples, friends and folk alike, I'm wearing a wig now. But I still have a beard. Welcome to our rendition of To Be Your Canary by Lord Avon. As the tale begins... Hang on. As the tale begins, Princess Cornelia, is it? These are characters in the play, we don't have to rename them. Princess Cornelia is due to be wed to the prince something, whatever his name is, I don't know. Whom she has never met and does not love, for her love extends to her lover, whose name is Banana Min. Coincidentally. Yeah, inexplicably, the person who acts in the play under the name of the character in the play has the same name as the character in the play. So they're called Banana Men in the play now. And he's wearing big old robes. Hi, Doc, you're right here in time for the play. So the king has betrothed his daughter into a loveless marriage. But Banana Min and his friends will see to it that this does not happen. Alas, they will be married on the dawn, and then a clock strikes. Something like that. Banana Min Humperdinck. What was the... Oh yeah, the Moogle, who we're calling Muffin. The traveling Moogle. Their name is actually Stiltskin, which I'm assuming comes from Rumpelstiltskin. So you know, something like Humperdinck would work in this world. Prince Humperdinck. Let's go with that. Prince Humperdinck. And goes, yes. And he's all very theatrical and is like, we're introducing the play, so on and so forth. So the rhythm game portion, there is something like that in a bit, but I'm gonna delay that until slightly later because I don't have the music ready for it. Also, I'm not entirely sure on the order of the things in the play because we keep cutting away from the play to other things, and I don't know when everything happens. So we'll have to work that out as we go. No, it has to be... I know we are coming up to that bit, aren't we? Anyway. So yeah, what happens is basically theatrical. We have Banana Man, who is playing the lover. Who I do believe has not changed his outfit at all. And the fact that very few of the characters here have changed their outfit. Maybe that's just not actually their clothes, it's just what they're wearing for the play. Anyway, here's the lover. You know what a goblin is? I'm gonna give him goblin is. He might be a goblin. Princess Schneider in the original gameplay. Humperdinck works. We'll go with Humperdinck. Yes, so Cornelia is due to be wed to Humperdinck, but her love is for Banana Min. And Banana Min is here to take the hand of her lover through combat. This will show her abusive father what for. And what ensues is a fight, but it's a stage fight. You're not actually hurting anyone. In fact, you have special like magic that you can use that isn't called magic. It's called SFX, and it's literally just pyrotechnics for the play. It does no damage, doesn't do anything at all. It's just there to impress people, which is kind of fun. I like that. So yes, Banana Min the Goblin is here to take the hand of his beloved. Not betrothed. It's the other one. That's Humperdinck. He's not betrothed to Humperdinck, that's Cornelia. I don't know why he's standing so awkward. It's supposed to be triumphant. Continue dressing up for a play, which is your job, making this your work uniform, then getting roped into a quest that takes you around the world, yeah. I mean, it gives a little more explanation as to why, March is naked. March is here, by the way. Fun fact, this is not the only time in this draw-through that I'm going to be drawing somebody who's basically just wearing a loincloth. It happens more often than you'd think. Yes, they all give grandiose Shakespearean speeches. Has he got shoes on? Sure, I'll give him shoes at least. March is naked. Again, loincloth sort of thing going on. But other than that, it's just belts. Which, I mean, is also technically true of Lulu, but... Thank you for covering the modesty there. Banana. The irony. Bananas covering the modesty. Short shorts and some belts? Okay, short shorts, we'll go with that. That's what you're wearing right now. Are you March? Might be. Also, Simeon is here. The only one with eyes. Happy to be along for the ride. Also wielding a sword. They're all here to help rescue the princess. Get it? Because they're actually here to kidnap the princess. And what a show they give. They do the fight. I guess I also have to draw the other characters in this fight. Who I can describe with 2 words, but they're 2 words that I don't really want to say yet. Yeah, we're getting into the scrappy portion of the draw-through where I'm not worrying too much about detail. Look at that, nice. These guys have come to liberate Princess Cornelia from the evil clutches of the king, whatever his name was. Leon? I think that's right. No, September. I don't have a September. I've got October and February. Presumably there are more. As I recall, there are 11 of them. The joke being, you know, why would you name 11 of things after months? The answer being, you think of a list of 11 things. I never use that joke. Probably because it's not funny. So yes, but King Leo? Leo, it is Leo. King Leo is aided by his trusty guards. not entirely sure how accurate this picture is, but I think I'm hopefully getting across the basic idea that these are gimp hippos. The designs in this game are quite something. Gimp hippos, yeah. You can name them if you like. They're incidental characters, they won't come up again, but they do exist. Also, they have hooks for hands, which, well, not hooks, they've got like arcade grabbers. Again, they just, when it came to character design in this, they were just like, whatever. Whatever's fine. Gimpos, yes. As a player, you've seen weird stuff on stage. Yeah, maybe. Again, now that I know that this is, you know, they're dealing with the fact that these are their costumes. You do see them later on when they're not in a play and they're wearing the same thing. But maybe they just haven't had time to change, I guess. Safe word and straps. There are two of them. They're quite short as well. King has a questionable taste in guards, yes. You think you hate it? It's fine. Feel free to look them up. They look slightly better in the game, but still weird. What was it? Safe word and Zippy? I'll go with Zippy. Cool, yes. So this all happens. And you have a nice little scene of, we're gonna save the princess. But then something happens. In the play, not just in general. But that something will have to wait for next time. Partly because it's 9 o'clock and I've already bugged up my wrist. But also partly because the thing that does happen has particular music. And I haven't finished it yet. I don't want to finish it. So yeah. Something will happen in the play that will be exciting and twisty, kind of, sort of. I don't really know where it comes from, but it happens, and it involves a minigame. And you will play that minigame. I will implement it in chat. No, I won't. Something will happen, and it has special music, and I hope you like it. But anyway. Well, apparently we did 17 drawings today, so that's pretty good. We're getting there. We're like halfway through the opening section. That's good. So one of your favorite parts of the game is good. One of the best pieces of music in the game, and my version is not as good. Unsurprising, because it's the best song in the game. Spent so much time doing the game because you needed to get it right. That's why I was quite surprised that I got 100% when I was playing through it. It's like, oh, that never happened. Anyway, yes. Thank you for joining. Hope you enjoyed the first Final Fantasy IX Drawthrough. Hopefully I can tame my enthusiasms and desire to draw quickly with pressing really hard on the tablet, and we'll have a bit more wrist strength next time. So the maze got 100%. I know! Pause that before it carries on, because we can use the last track as an ending. I think the best was 98. It might be slightly easier on the PC, maybe? I don't know. It is a re-implementation. The main characters haven't even met yet. Exactly. I haven't even told you who the main characters are. I mean, I know you know Vivi. And if you're paying attention to the opening, probably you'd notice that. Yeah, I can just remember Slut. Simeon, that's the name. This was great. I'm glad you enjoyed. Sorry it wasn't longer. It's like the shortest stream I've done for a long time. Vivi's the main, in my opinion, at least for the part of the game that matters. Vivi is the main character. Vivi is one of the main characters. The other main character we haven't really been introduced to yet. Simeon MN Slut. Exactly. See, you know. And we've got to remember all these names for the next 30 months? 30 weeks. Or so. I don't know. How long did the previous draw-throughs last? I think we talked about this last time. Not 30 months. We're not, not doing this for just under 3 years. Let's go to Crispy Parsnips VODs. I have a VOD channel on YouTube if you want to catch up with all the previous draw-throughs. So that's videos. I don't want videos. I want playlists. Not 30 months exactly. So the last one of these sorts of draw-throughs was BioShock Infinite. Which I don't know where that is. I've lost it. It's gone. It has disappeared. There we are. 13, apparently. That was 13 streams. The last one of this specific sort of draw-through would be Final Fantasy VIII, which was 22 streams. Final Fantasy VII was not archived, unfortunately. Metal Gear Solid was only 10. Plot goes downhill when it gets to Simeon's backstory. Yeah, exactly. So as soon as Simeon starts becoming the main character, it starts getting weird. But before that, we've got a story about Vivi, and that's good. Slut is simply... yeah, Slut is the eyes through which the story is seen, not necessarily the protagonist. But yes, we will learn more about them next week. And hopefully our main characters will actually meet and the story can begin proper. Hope you liked the characters so far. I'm interested to see if any of them stick with Chibi. They haven't really done anything yet, so it's difficult to tell. Yeah, we've still got a bunch of characters to meet in this opening sequence, so get more names ready. There'll probably be at least one, we'll see. You won't expect, no. That's the thing. And if I expect it, it won't happen. It's like sort of Schrodinger's expectation, only that's not how Schrodinger's cat works at all. But yes, I'll be back with this next Wednesday. I'll be back tomorrow morning, finishing off this implication that I'll actually finish it. Attempting to finish off the Barbie meme that I did with the Outliers, or started on Tuesday. So trying to get her for calling the Queen cute. Yeah, exactly. That's not of all the characters in the game. Like Rust Bucket. We'll get to him. There's a reason I called his theme on the soundtrack Rusty. Because that's what I always name the character. The doll I drew looked cute. I'll have to try and look up a picture between streams and really burn into my brain the image of the character, because there's something on top of the head and I don't know what it is. But yeah, the doll is relatively, cute because it's a doll. But fun fact, the dolls belong to what do we call him? Alexander the First. Apparently, you can't sleep without them. I'll say that now because I'll probably forget to mention it when it comes up. Little top hat. Maybe a little top hat. Yeah, maybe I should not look up. I mean, I'm going to look up the Yoshitaka Romano artwork because it's just my favorite thing ever. But they might end up with a little top hat. We haven't done that yet. We've done a whole stream of this and we haven't made something silly because we forgot. So we're gonna have to do that. Okay, write this down. Top hat for Queen. We'll remember this. The Rat Knight. Yeah, we'll meet the Rat Knight. Good character. Still haven't finished her music either. Top hat for Queen. Top hat for Queen. And also we haven't named... No, we did name the Queen. Queen Helga. That was it. Gotta remember all these names. I forgot about this step of the draw through. And we never stop meeting characters in this game. There's always more. You meet characters right at the end. Bloody final boss you meet at the end. Anyway. Queen Helga gets a little top hat. A little bit. Now I'm imagining the comparison that gave us the name Helga and the tiny hat that Arnold has in Hey Arnold. And I'm imagining that. The Queen's gonna slowly just turn into Helga from Hey Arnold. But yeah, there are many characters in this game. A lot of which, like, leave the story for a while and then come back later and then leave and then come back later. So there's a lot of in and out in this game. And that means I have to keep track of all the names. But for now, I love that for her. It's an improvement. Yeah. But yes, for now, I hope you enjoyed. We'll be back tomorrow morning with Doodles and on Saturday with some games with friends. I don't know what we'll be playing. It says Valheim there. Maybe we'll play Valheim. I don't know. I don't think there's anything explicitly to do in Valheim, but I'm quite happy to just chill and play Valheim. That's fine by me. I kind of love the characters will come back later. Yeah, it's good times. Anyway, thank you for being here. I'll leave you with the last track on the soundtrack that didn't play while it was on random. It's a calm one, at least. So yeah, have a lovely time. Fight the Queen again. We'll see. Oh, you mean in Valheim? I thought you were talking about Helga. I was going to say we haven't fought her. What are you talking about? Yes. Have a good time, everybody. Thank you for being here. I'm glad you enjoyed. Glad you had a good time. It's always nervous doing stuff like this because it's like big commitment. Hopefully it's good. Have a good one, everybody. Look after yourselves. Have a good week. Goodbye.